Brought to you by Xander Insurance. Compare rates from top term life insurance companies in seconds at Xander.com.
I had a quick question about a situation that I'm in with a car dealership. They sold me a vehicle that the state has now rejected the title on, and so they did a little bit of digging for me, and they figured out that the guy who owned the truck before me, he did not put the right mileage down on when he went to the DMV, so the mileage didn't match up with what the state was seeing on their end, so they rejected the title.
That is not your
And so
problem.
now
That's
they
the
can't-
car dealership's problem.
That's what I figured. And so my question today was, so they've kind of been trying to give me the runaround, and I've been calling them, and I'm kind of just wondering when I need to put my foot down and say, like, all right, well,
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, but today.
yesterday, okay.
Yeah,
So what you need to have the title cleared. And so have you talked to the DMV or the title office to understand what needs to be done to clear the title?
Yes, sir. So they need a wet signature from the guy who owned the vehicle last, and Toyota has told me they can't get in touch with him because he's military.
Hold on. But this is Toyota's problem. I would get an attorney. I would drive the car back to the dealership and say, you can give me another car that's exactly the same as this one. You can refund my money, or my attorney's going to call you because you sold me a fraudulent car, period.
I only recommend term life insurance because it's simple, affordable coverage. And you should get it only from Xander Insurance because they work for you, not the insurance companies. Xander compares all the top term plans to save you money so you don't get ripped off with insurance that they market like a so-called investment. Term from Xander is the only life insurance I would get from my family. It's all I've ever bought and all I've ever recommended. Go to Xander.com or call 800-356-4282.
You sold me a fraudulent car, period. That is their job to go get the title.
And they can get in touch with him. It's not going to take a pigeon carrying a piece of mail to get in touch with this guy.
That's right.
They have all the information when they sell a car from this guy, and they can get in touch with him, and they need to.
But it's their job to track him down, not yours.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Well, that answers my question then, because really I was just trying to figure out if I needed to get an attorney and get everything straightened out.
Yes, and I would go. Before I'm going to sue somebody, I want to make sure I've given somebody an opportunity to do right. And so I would go back to the dealership. Was this a new car? Oh, no, I'm sorry. It wasn't. It was a used car. Okay.
My question is, can you go to the DMV and request a corrected title?
Not without his signature. Is that right?
Not without the wet signature.
So you need that lien release. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Man.
Well, actually, the dealership needs that.
Yes, sir. That's right.
They essentially illegally sold you a car.
That's right.
Okay.
And
well,
so
that's good to know, because that gets
if
me
I'm in
more
your
angry.
shoes, like, again, we're not lawyers, but I would contact one and go, hey, we need to put some heat on this to get this done, because right now you can't even drive the vehicle.
That's right. Yes, sir.
So do you need to get to and from work? What's your situation right now?
Well, I have a work truck that my company lets me drive. Thankfully.
Okay.
Well, I would take
Yes,
it.
sir.
I would take it to the dealership today, and I would say, "Here's what's going to happen. You're going to give me a new car right now, and y'all are going to deal with this. You're going to refund my entire purchase price, title and license, and everything, and we're going to shake hands and pretend this never happened. Or I'm going to get my attorney, and I'm going to sue you for the cost of this car plus, because you sold me an illegal car."
Okay. Can I follow up with another small question?
Yeah, sure.
So I know y'all are gonna kick me for this, but I did finance it.
Of course you did.
We're done with those ways. I've been married for 10 months now, and we're completely debt free, and we decided to get serious. So thank you
Good.
guys.
So it's paid
for
off.
the motivation for sale. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So maybe
And,
this is your gift. They're gonna. I guarantee you they're gonna figure out a way to get you another car, and maybe they're gonna give you a 30-day loaner while they figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but yeah,
And the silver lining is you're not paying payments on a car that you can't drive.
That's right. That's right. But
The lender
it would
doesn't
be
give a
nice
rip.
To be able to drive it too.
How old are you?
Yes, sir. I'm 26.
Okay, this is. I'm saying this not as like looking down at you. I'm saying this as I've been in your seat before, okay? This is one of those adult conversations. This is one of those like grown man conversations that you never thought you're going to have, and here they are, right? Not by your hand, but in your lap, but somebody did you wrong, and so I'm going to show up there, and I'm going to go get this thing taken care of. So, well done, man. Thanks
Good
for the
luck.
call.
Sorry
I would definitely call a licensed attorney and have one in your pocket for, they're going to give you the runaround. They're going to look at you and say, oh, he's 26 and we're going to hem-haw and whatever. Here's what's going to happen today. I leave here with a new car, a fully refunded TTNL, and you keep the keys to this illegal car that you sold me, or I'm going to sue you. And because I've got to have a car to get to and from around my neighborhood. So there you go.
Man, that sucks.
Sorry that happened, man. That's a bummer, dude.
Let's head out to one of John Deloney's favorite places, Fort Worth, Texas. Allie joins us there. What's going on, Allie?
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Doing great.
I had a question, and I've got the perfect people for this. What is the long-term effect of pausing retirement to pay off debt?
You become
Ooh.
debt-free faster, so everything in your life gets better? I know that's not what you're asking, but...
Yeah, so you're saying that the downside of, hey, I'm losing out on my 4% match I was getting for 2 years. What happens with that money?
Right. And I mean, we're fairly young, so I'm 31 and my husband's 30, so we still have a long way to go before we even retire.
How much debt do you have?
I know about. So we have $20,000 in my car. We've got $32 in my husband's truck. I know they weren't the smartest purchases, but we're fixing it now. I do have $10,000 in student loans, but my grandmother is actually going to pay that off this week for me. So it was
Sweet.
a huge gift. Yeah, I know. I'm so grateful.
What else?
I put in, my mortgage as well.
Okay, but you just have the car loan and the truck loan.
Correct.
So how about this? If we're going to talk about, I don't want to miss out on investing, why don't you just sell the truck and the car today and invest the payment you were making?
So that is something we talked about. When I looked at the different debt snowballs, just to look at all of our options, we're newer to Ramsey.
Awesome.
If we pause my retirement and my husband's retirement, that opens up another $1,000 in our debt snowball,
Ding,
which
ding.
is already at $1,550. So really, that debt snowball is $2,550. My car would be paid off November of 2025. The truck would be paid off by August of 2026, worst case scenario.
Okay. So we're not talking about a long time if you paused investing.
No,
You're talking
not at
about a
all.
little over a year.
Correct.
Okay. So you're talking about essentially your match, whatever you're investing now, that $1,000 a month that you guys were investing, so $12,000 a year, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
You'd miss out on
Yep.
$12,000 of compound growth in your accounts.
Mm-hmm.
But how much are you investing right now? What percentage of your income?
So mine is about 8. My husband's is about, it's either 6 or 8. I can't remember, but I'm not vested. I wouldn't be vested until after we paid off both of the cars anyway.
Okay.
My husband's vested up to about 4%.
Here's the good news. You guys are going to double your investing rate. And so missing out on the $1,000 a month is not going to make a dent when you guys are doubling that for the rest of your life from 32 to 65.
And if you want to talk about what you're missing out on, you're paying off the next 2 years depreciating assets. That's what you're trading.
And if
Okay.
I'm in your shoes, if you want to get to investing that bad, sell the car, sell the truck, buy something reasonable in cash.
If anyone depends on your income, you need affordable term life. Never cash value insurance. Visit Xander.com today for quotes.